Hi, this is Erin from the Mind Body Project, and this video we're going to talk about calming and centering breath. So we'll do a few minutes of a breathing practice, and then we'll talk about why we did what we did. So begin by coming to a comfortable position. You can sit, you can stand, you can lay down, and start to get comfy in your body. Just let things settle and bring your hands to your anchor points. You can bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. Or if you like, you can bring a hand to the chest and to the forehead, or maybe the back of the head, anywhere that feels most right for you. And then let your eyes close or gaze at one position on the ground in front of you. And bring the awareness internally. So start to notice anything that you feel underneath your hands, in your belly, in your chest. Notice the pace of the breath, how fast you might be breathing. Notice any sensations underneath the hands or in the chest, noticing belly rising, belly falling, belly rising, belly falling. Notice wherever your chest, whatever you're breathing, wherever your breath is in the body, can you begin to let it drop from the chest into the belly? It's just noticing as you pay attention to breath. As we inhale, the belly expands like a balloon. And as we push the air out, we push the air out of the balloon. So belly rising, belly falling, belly rising, belly falling. I'm noticing you can begin to extend the lengthen your exhales. So breathing in and pushing out. Gently bringing more openness into the body. And as you're ready, relaxing down, lengthening that exhale. And take a few at your own pace. Good, and now we're going to create some space in between the inhale and the exhale. So breathing in, belly expands, holding, and releasing, holding, breathing in, holding, and letting go, holding. And create a few more rounds of breath at your own pace, holding in between the exhales and the inhales. Then as you're ready, coming back to your natural rhythm of breath, releasing the hands from the anchor points and letting them fall. And gently noticing any sensations you might be feeling in the whole body. Becoming aware of sensations in the belly and the chest, the shoulders and the arms, the hips, the belly, down into the legs and the feet. Oh, you might have a big yawn. Relaxing the throat, the neck and the shoulders, and softening the face. Just sitting for a moment and noticing anything that you're feeling or sensing in your body. Oh, and as you're ready, take a little stretch and maybe a yawn. Wake yourself up. Be shrugging the shoulders and coming back to this video or getting ready for your next transition. I'm going to share my screen for a moment to show you a little bit. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit more about why we are focusing on the breath and what these particular practices help us with. So the anchor points, we receive a lot of information through our belly, through our heart, through our head. These are kind of like really active centers for us in the body. And so by placing a hand, we're both noticing what's going on and maybe noticing how our belly is acting, how our heart is responding, how our head feels. Could be full of energy, temperature, color, texture, but we get a lot of information from these points. So it helps us first just bring our awareness inside to what we might be noticing in our body. And then from there, we can start to soothe and calm the body by giving a little warmth and pressure. This is almost like a little hug and a way for the body to say, I'm recognizing your needs, I'm here for you, and it's okay to be present to whatever's coming up. Now, when we drop our breathing from our chest into our belly, we're going from our sympathetic, our fight or flight nervous system response into the parasympathetic. So when our breathing is in our chest, we're a little bit more agitated. And when we settle ourselves and bring the breathing into our belly where our diaphragm can really open and close, then we're coming into our rest and digest reaction, and we might find a little bit more wisdom, comfort, connection with ourselves. We notice that when we inhale, our belly rises. So this is the natural way that in our calm response, we inhale and exhale. So if we notice that we're doing the opposite, see if we can just gently bring some opening as we bring in and some contraction as we push out. And if that's not your natural way to breathe, just give that suggestion to the mind and the body and see how different it feels. Extending our exhales again lets us come to the parasympathetic, the rest and digest response. So when our inhales and exhales are quite quick, like then our body gets like ready to go, a little bit activated. And that's not bad. It might be good for exercise, or we might be getting pumped for something that we need a little bit more energy. But if we'd like to stay in a kind of sustainable mindset and body reaction for the day, then lengthening our exhales is going to have to help us do that. Also, the holds in between the inhales and the exhales, that's a signal to our brain to relax. So if we're breathing really quick, that's a signal to our brain that we need to be ready to respond. When we control our breath, it's a signal that there's not anything in our environment that is exciting us, that we need to be scared or worried about. And so actually it helps us stay and become deeper into that relaxation response when we can hold the breath. And this doesn't have to be just in between the inhales and exhales. It's actually, you can hold your breath at any time of the day as a breathing practice to relax the body. When we hold our breath subconsciously, that makes us very nervous and puts us in a bit of a worry state. But when we intentionally bring in what we call breath retention, holding the breath, then it relaxes us. And then the most important thing that we can do anytime we do a mindfulness practice, or we're sitting and trying to notice connecting our body response with our emotions, or our body response with what's going on throughout the day, is to just to take some time, 10, 15, 30 seconds, to sit and notice what's happening, right? So if we don't give the body the time to integrate this learning, it really doesn't become deep into the wisdom of the body, that felt sense, that sense of knowing. Even if I can't put words to it, the body can understand and organize everything that just happened. So thanks for being brave enough to sit with your breath, to notice how it's going, and let me know how it was. You know, you can always visit us at themindbodyproject.com, or reach out to me, Erin at themindbodyproject.com.